Welcome, fellow Dreamweavers, to a realm of enchantment. Tonight, we'll embark on a journey into the depths of our inner worlds. The journey will be a sweet one, soft and comforting, and too it shall be a fun one, intriguing and engaging. By the end of our time together, you'll be roaming around inside your mind, gently lulled into a restful sleep by my words. To get us there, I request that you now find a cozy spot and get as comfortable as you can. Exactly how you get comfortable is up to you, of course. A bed, a couch, a reclining chair, whatever it may be. Find your space now. Get settled, close your eyes, and let the external world fade away, and your internal world light up. This is a place where all is well, and magic reigns supreme. And so, we're ready to begin our adventure together. Our little bedtime story. Tonight's story is called The Winds of Change. Our scene opens in a bustling city, beneath the warm glow of a lamppost. There stands a woman, alone. It's evening, seemingly like any other evening before it. But in truth, it wasn't. In truth, the winds of change were about to sweep through, changing her, changing them, as a collective and as individuals alike. You'd never know it, looking at the scene now. Everything seemed so calm. The woman was staring off into the distance, getting some fresh air during a break at work. She lived in this city, had done all her life. It was called the Garden Plaza of Tomorrow, a once great place that, in recent years, had fallen into disrepair. At the heart of the city stood a small cafe named Haven, known for its comforting ambiance and aromatic brews. The woman under the lamppost was the owner. Aurora was her name, and she was well loved there. And so, as she arrived back from her break, swinging open the front door and entering the cafe, her patrons greeted her. "Hey, Aurora," said one. "Where'd you go?" queried another. She had a great way with people, and was known as somewhat of a prophet. She sensed things, you could say. For example, a few months ago, she sensed that someone was about to receive important news. Then, they did. A few weeks after that, she sensed a tragic event was about to transpire. Then, it did. And tonight, she sensed that a transformation was imminent. She wasn't sure exactly what this transformation would look like or how it would happen. But when she saw it, she would recognize it. She knew that much, for sure. And so, as the night became lively and the city began to buzz, Aurora noticed a peculiar gust of wind blow through the cafe, rattling the window blinds. It carried with it a faint scent of adventure, as if to say, "Follow me." A chill ran down her spine, and one of her patrons looked over expectantly. "What do you reckon that was, Aurora?" they asked. It was in that moment that a great curiosity sparked within her, and she decided to follow the gust of wind, stepping outside into the cool night air and leaving the cafe under the leadership of a friend. Now outside, the wind wrapped around Aurora like an invisible cloak, guiding her through the labyrinth streets. She wandered deeper into the heart of the city, and with each step, the wind grew stronger, its gusts transforming into quite the force. And with that force came transformation. Slowly at first, but then fast. And as she looked around, she noticed that others were beginning to pick up on what was happening too. They talked amongst themselves excitedly, and Aurora smiled wide.
Well, to your point, it's hard to see. Well, my mom's siblings. My mom was
Word of the mysterious winds of change spread around the city like wildfire, captivating the residents. People abandoned their nightly routines and joined Aurora on her quest, following behind, asking what was going on. She had no answers for them, only enthusiasm. And so she continued to follow the winds, and the people continued to follow her. From one street to the next, to the next, to the next. The winds were a catalyst for connection, bringing everyone together on a great adventure through the city streets. Where it was leading them, no one knew. As they all marched, they began to witness their surroundings transform before their very eyes. Old, worn-down buildings turned into vibrant community spaces where creativity and innovation flourished. Gardens sprouted on rooftops and street corners, breathing life into once neglected spaces. The city's streets were filled with art, music, laughter, bringing joy to the hearts of all that bore witness. Everywhere they walked, change followed them. Rejuvenation exploding brilliantly onto each new scene. The previously untapped potential of the city was being brought to life. As the winds of change continued to sweep through the city, it touched the lives of its residents in profound ways. People people suddenly had the courage to pursue their passions and dreams, shedding the shackles of conformity. Friendships formed, bridges were mended, and love bloomed in the most unexpected of places. And at the heart of this revolution lay Aurora and the mysterious winds of change. She marched through the city streets, going where the winds led her. No particular destination in mind, just a sense of purpose. It now became obvious that it was, in fact, Aurora who had set the winds of change in motion. It wasn't as random as it had first appeared. And so, the residents stood in awe of the transformation she'd helped catalyse. Some softly wept, others smiled and prayed. The city had become a tapestry of resilience, compassion, and boundless potential. And at the end of her adventure that night, back under the warm glow of the lamppost she'd started under, Aurora gave thanks to the blessing that the gods had bestowed upon her. Things would never be the same. And so, years passed, and the winds of change became an indelible part of the city's legacy. People spoke of it with great reverence, and visitors from far and wide came to witness the magic that had unfolded there that fateful night. The city had become a shining example of what could be achieved when a community embraced their potential and let beauty and art rise to the top. What a wonder the Garden Plaza of Tomorrow was now. It would forever go down in history as the first city that brought on the world's great change. And so, dear friends, as you drift off to sleep tonight, remember the story of the winds of change. Let it be a reminder that even in the darkest of times, a single gust of wind has the power to start a revolution of the human spirit and transform a city into a haven of hope, love, and endless possibilities. Until we meet again then, fellow Dreamweaver, sleep well, for the dream realms are calling you now, reaching out with their gentle touch. Good night to you, and sweet dreams.